Not knowing this one metric for your ads is burning your advertising budget. I'm Zolan, founder of adsimprove.com. In 2025, I managed over $1.8 million in ad spend. In this video, I'm going to share with you the one metric that I think is essential if you're running ads online. This one metric is your break-even return. Simply put, you need to make more from your ads than it costs. Seems like a no-brainer, but still, a lot of people get it wrong. Marketers often look at ROAS, or return on ad spend, which is your revenue divided by your media spend, in order to determine if a campaign is successful or not. This is not bad. However, this metric can be misleading. It measures how much revenue you make from each dollar you put into ads. However, we know that revenue is not profit, unfortunately. Let's say you're selling sandwiches. You sell each sandwich for $10 and it costs you $6 in materials like bread, vegetables, etc. to make those sandwiches. You start running ads, you spend $100 and you make 20 sales. So from $100, you made $200 of revenue. Now, someone from the outside might look at it and think you're crushing it. You spent $100 to make 200, you just made $100. But that's not exactly true. If you look at it, $100 resulted 20 sales. So each sale costed you $5. Each sandwich cost you $6 to make, plus in this case, $5 in advertising spend. So you spent $6 plus $5, which is $11 to get $10. You just went out of your way, worked on ads, learned about it, made the sandwiches, all that to lose money. Sucks. So in order to know how much your ads need to be making you need to know your break-even return, aka how much return your ads need to make in order to not lose money. And here's how you calculate this. Your break-even return equals 1 divided by your gross margin. Gross margin is just your gross profit expressed as a percentage. In the sandwiches example, $10 is your price, $6 is your cost of delivery, materials, etc. And $4 is your gross profit. So your gross margin is price divided by gross profit. In this example, it's 40%. In this case, your break-even return is 1 divided by 40%, which is your gross margin, which equals 2.5. This means that for each dollar you put into ads, you need to make at least 2.5 or 250% return in order to not lose money. When it comes to services, even though it's not a product, it still costs you money to deliver the service. Let's say, for example, you're running a plumbing company. You employ one plumber who costs you $5,000 in labor each month. He can do 40 jobs each month. This means that your cost to deliver each job is $5,000 divided by 40, which is $125. From each job, you make $250. This means that your gross margin is your price, $250, divided by your gross profit, which is $125. And this means that your gross margin for each job is 50%. In this case, your break-even ROAS is 1 divided by 50%, so 200%. In this case, for each dollar you put in, you need to make 200 in order to not lose money. If you are running ads to get leads and you're closing 1 out of every 3 leads, this means that you can spend $125, which is your cost to deliver, divided by 3, $41.6 for each lead in order to break even. If you're spending more per lead and you're closing 1 out of every 3, you are losing money. By the way, if you have other costs to deliver other than labor, let's say subscription for tools you use to deliver, add them to the cost as well. This is how you calculate how much you need to make from your ads at a minimum in order to not to go in the red. Every time you are below your break-even return, you are losing money. Try to avoid that because it sucks to go out of your way and pay to lose money. Make sure you know your break-even return, because without it, you don't even know if your campaign is successful or not, or when you should cut your losses.